What's up, everybody? Zero here, and today I'm going to do my first ever movie review. And today we're going to do the brand new, just came out yesterday, 2021 release of Mortal. So I watched the movie last night, and let's just say I was splendidly impressed. So I've been reading tons of people's reactions. People, from what I'm gathering, this movie is a love it or hate it. Look at that, just the fucking metal. There has been no in between reviews. But listen, this is gonna be my honest review of it. I will be as blunt as possible, and I honestly, going forward, if I do more of these, you're gonna know that I like to point out all the positives in the movie before I start breaking it down to why, it isn't well received. But anyway, let's start here. So off the bat, the video starts off with, again, guys, I'm gonna put this out there. Ready? There are gonna be tons of
spoilers.
Yes, there's gonna be spoilers here. So please, if you don't want the movie spoiled, do not watch any further. Do I gotta repeat myself? Do not watch any further. Thank you. Okay. So the movie starts off with Hanzo, aka Scorpion, a couple of centuries before he is Scorpion. I have to say, this entire subplot, beginning of the movie, is the most beautifully crafted part. I think that has a lot to do with the team up of the actor that plays Scorpion, who made sure that all the Japanese culture was correct. I think details like that go unnoticed, especially with big Hollywood productions. But anyway, I digress. It is just so well crafted, the acting to the choreography of the fighting, incorporating, showing, Scorpion's signature spear move. Which, he doesn't say the get over me line until towards the end of the movie. But anyway, that was so beautifully done. I felt it. That really got to me. But then right after that, we get knocked into the present times, into the main plot of the movie, following young Cole.
It had the same marking you do, Cole.
It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole.
Which, again, I've never heard of Cole. I won't lie to you guys, I haven't really played too much of Mortal Kombat 10, the story, and I haven't played 11. But I played all the other ones under the sun, and I can't lie, man. Mortal Kombat Deception is the best Mortal Kombat game, period. We can argue all day, but no Mortal Kombat can beat the story, outline, and Deception. I wish, you know what? If they do a sequel for this movie, they need to introduce a Dragon King.
True ruler of Outworld. And that ruler had returned. Onaga, former emperor of Outworld, the Dragon King.
Needs to alright, so this is where I gotta pause right here before I get into this whole craziness. Anyway, so we follow young Cole, and then it turns out that he's a fighter, so he's got some fighting blood, and then he has a birthmark of the dragon, which is the iconic Mortal Kombat logo. So this is where it's weird. It's an original thing, and I guess it's kind of cool that they're chosen. But I feel like all the Mortal Kombat champions were chosen by Raiden. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Raiden handpicked them. So that was already a little bit weird. But you know what? You accept it, And then of course Cole starts seeing Scorpion in his nightmares.
Put in the ground.
He hints, okay, he's connected to Scorpion in some way, shape, or form.
Get over here!
To the movie is Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is he's I'm from New York, and I will say this: he's gangster as fuck. No shit's given, hunting down left and right the champions. Dude, we see. I really enjoyed the fact that they made Sub-Zero the reason why Jax loses his arms. I thought that was cool as shit. Anyway, fast forward a little bit more, we get introduced to Sonya Blade. I believe the actress that played Sonya Blade didn't do a bad job. Some of her lines were very cliche corny, but that's one of the arguments people are saying, that it was just too corny of a movie. So you're trying to tell me Mortal Kombat was a serious as fuck game? The same game that had the creator come out and say toasty randomly? Toasty! So that's when you have to ask yourself, did you go into watching Mortal Kombat thinking you were getting an Oscar-winning fucking action movie? Did you think you were getting an MCU movie or a DCU movie? Because I've seen people say that because Warner Brothers did it. Number one, it's rated R. So that already knocks off the bat of being a highly successful movie once you have a rated R movie. The only exceptions are Deadpool and Logan, both done by Fox. So right there, you need to count your losses. So again, you could tell in the aspects of the movie that if it falls kind of short of budget, because of course it ain't no fucking, it's definitely ain't got Space Jam 2 money. I can tell you that for sure. But regardless, the sets were beautiful. I thought they were very true to it, to the entire game itself. The costumes, to all the Easter eggs. This movie was loaded with Easter eggs. From the first one, I loved was well, it wasn't the first one, but one of the big ones was when Kano rips out the heart of the reptilian, and he says Kano wins.
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
That's Kano's signature fucking move. That's so gangster. And they showed us Nightwolf in a little clip and Kotal Khan. I thought that was really fucking cool too. All the Easter eggs were great. That all was like I appreciated that. That made me geek out a little bit. Then when we got finally introduced to Liu Kang and Kung Lao, come on. Kung Lao has a fatality. He does his literal fatality out of the game. So cool, and he says flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
Bro, I jumped out of my chair. I was like, that's some good shit right there. And then, of course, I thought Ludi Lin, I'm pretty sure that's his name, played Liu Kang.
I'm Liu Kang.
I thought he did an amazing job. I thought he was Liu Kang. He was really good. And you know what? That was one of the highlights of the original movie. The actor that played Liu Kang. I thought he was great. So, of course, again, I thought all the actors are great. I thought Sonya Blade's performance was the only subpar part of that movie. And again, I feel like Cole's too. I mean, the action, the abuse, everything he took, I thought it was great. His lines, it was too clueless. It was too Keanu Reeves. That's the vibe I got. And I get it. It's because his character's mysterious because we don't know who he is. But I feel like it was lackluster there. For sure. But besides that, let's get to the finale finally. Scorpion. Now, this was my only biggest concern about the movie was Scorpion and Sub-Zero were the main marketing pieces of this movie, right? They are the foundations and the pillars of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Sub-Zero was throughout the movie. No complaints there. We had our fill of Sub-Zero. No complaints. Scorpion, however, his screen time was amazing. The length of the screen time was not. I wanted more Scorpion. I thought he should have been introduced in the middle of the movie, come back looking for revenge, and being what he is, like the anti-hero. He's not good, but he's not necessarily evil. He has his own agenda, and I thought that they should have stayed true with that part. Again, I don't know what the reasons why they saved him for the end to pop up and, saved kind of the day. for sure. But we needed more Scorpion. I think that definitely could have gave an overall audience satisfaction for making it great. But again, I'm still happy with the movie. Another thing was the overall plot. So the movie's called Mortal Kombat. We know there's a tournament, but that was my personal biggest letdown. There was no tournament. This was building to the tournament. So I feel like if that was the case, they should have called it something like Mortal Kombat the beginning, or like Mortal Kombat the new age, or like Mortal Kombat something besides just Mortal Kombat, because we actually didn't get but they were building up, and that's the issue. If you don't already have from studios like confirmed we are doing a sequel, then it just feels it falls short if they set it up for a sequel and it doesn't get it. So I'm praying it does well, because I think with a sequel it can be huge, very huge, considering what they've hinted at. So of course, if you had it up to me, I would have kind of followed the footsteps a little bit of the original Paul W.S. Anderson movie. As campy as it is, and again, it's Mortal Kombat. It's supposed to be campy. It's supposed to be goofy. It's not supposed to be taken too seriously. So again, if you're expecting a serious movie, then you missed out on the entire franchise, and I'm sorry. You can hate me for it, but that is the truth. But anyway, I feel like instead of having Cole be the central focus of it, again, that arc is that whole subplot is cool. Well, I can't even call it a subplot, 'cause it's the main plot, right? But I will always strongly feel that Liu Kang should have been front and center. He should have been front and center as the main character. Bottom line, he was sidelined for sure. And yeah, that's the only thing I would have changed. I would have kept Colt for sure, but I would have just made Liu Kang the focus. It would have been a lot cooler for sure if the plot reversals were there, where Cole was the sub character, and he was just mysterious. You didn't know what he was, and then it turned out that he was descendant of Hanzo Scorpion. That would have been even fucking cooler, in my opinion. I would have had a showdown at the end with Shang Tsung, because again, he's the main villain. I get they're building up because he's an ultimate badass. That's definitely a complaint from the first movie, of movies getting rid of their main villain too quick. But the bottom line is there are so many main villains in Mortal Kombat. I mean, we got hinted at with Kano's character. And I haven't even talked about Kano yet.
No Harry Potter shit, alright?
Kano's character finds Quan Chi's medallion. That hinted at they're going to bring Quan Chi in, and that's so fucking cool. Quan Chi is one of my favorite villains. But again, I think they should go the route of Deadly Alliance and then to Deception with the Dragon King. Dragon Emperor. Whatever the fuck you want to call him. I wouldn't even worry about Shao Kahn, honestly. I call him Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn. I wouldn't even worry about him. Fuck him. He can come after the Dragon Emperor. Where I'm concerned, But yeah, definitely the big highlights of that movie, besides Sub-Zero and Scorpion, Kano.
Make yourself at home.
Yeah, I have. Oh, by the way, your beer's shit, and you're almost out of it.
I thought the actor that played Kano gave 110% to that performance. His lines were great. I could tell a lot of it was definitely ad-libbed.
Hang the fuck on. Does that mean I'm gonna get superpowers at any point?
No way that was scripted and he can keep a straight face doing that shit. No way. Some of his lines are just pure, and that was a comedy we definitely needed for sure, because those are some of my favorite scenes.
You got a pen? You want to write this down? Get fucked.
I love the movie. Overall, again, we can talk about this all day. I don't want to chew everyone's ear off, but I give it for my own score an 8 out of 10. And not for the sake of it was a well-crafted movie or blah, 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 this. It's because it did the job. I got enjoyment out of it. I had fun with it. I laughed. Fuck hell. I even got emotional for that Sub-Zero. Like right in the beginning, that smacked me right in the feels. The characters were great. Costumes were great. Cabal was from New York. Since when? I don't know. I feel like the last game, they kind of started making him from the Northeast, but I loved it. He was funny too. again, no complaints from there. I wish we had a little more blah, 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 some Shang Tsung. I feel like we did not get enough of him for him being the ultimate. I would have liked to see more than just him eat the soul. I definitely would have liked to see him fight. That was a big thing because his fighting style is really cool. But anyway, yeah. So that's my whole review of it. I highlighted what I thought was great, what I thought what could have used work. But again, I didn't go into this movie expecting that it's going to be this crazy big blockbuster to blow me away. If that was the case, it would have came out in July. Fun fact: big blockbusters are left for June and July in the industry. Or if you really have a huge hit too, you can do it right before Christmas. But yeah, this was it got the job done for me. It captured a good essence of the movie. It reigns supreme over the original movies. And again, the original Paul W.S. Anderson one is it's campy as hell, but it's got that nostalgia, like everything about that captured the original game for sure, except for the acting. The acting was so bad. But anyway, I cannot wait for a sequel. I hope they do a sequel. I hope people don't ruin a good thing. And again, everybody hating on it, I just don't know what you were expecting, man. More Mortal Kombat? Again, I guess you guys completely missed the games because the storyline of the games are campy as hell too, bro. Anyway, like, comment, let's talk about it. I'm totally up for discussion. Anyway, this is my first movie review. I hope to do more. And like, subscribe again. I'm repeating myself. I'm a broken record. Find me on Twitch, guys. I'll see you later.